Welcome back to the news. We take you to business news now. T-Board Chairman Niraj Dimel points out that Sri Lanka has an opportunity to recapture the Iranian tea market with the proposed barter deal, where Sri Lanka supplies tea in settlement for the country's oil payments due to Iran. Sri Lanka's position in the Iranian tea market has been affected as a result of skyrocketing tea production costs in the country, coupled with the economic crisis in Iran. Speaking at a media briefing recently, the chairman of T-Board said they expect to boost tea production this year and also ensure that there is growth in revenues due to the availability of necessary fertilizer and weedicide for plantation.
Our productions for the years 2020 and 2022 saw record lows. Last year was one of the lowest in 27 years since 1997. Lowest recorded was 251.5 million kilos. Of course, that was to be expected with the situations that prevailed, non-availability of agriculture inputs and the fertilizer ban, and also not having even the organic fertilizer available to the fuller satisfaction of the producers. With all the initiatives that we started, and especially from this year, beginning of this year, because for the RPCs to really come on board using fertilizer, they needed herbicides available. Otherwise, with weeds, it doesn't make any sense for them to fertilize. So that became available from the first or the second week of January. That's glyphosate. And as a result of that, there was a greater take from the RPCs. And we are seeing the improvements from April. For April, we had a plus in production of about 1.8 billion kilos, followed by May, a marginal increase because there was a patch of dry weather, which actually retarded growth. But we are hopeful that the next 3-4 months we will go forward, and this year T-Board and the Tea Research Institute are looking at a figure of about 265 to 270 million kilos, almost a 20 million kilo increase from the dismal year of last year. Even though situations look somewhat dismal, there is a little silver lining in the horizon. Is the memorandum of understanding signed between Sri Lanka and Iran to trade tea for the oil dues that we have to make good with them. And we must not forget that Iran was one of the first countries that came forward to consent to the debt restructuring process, and that MOU talks of the equivalent of $5 billion per month supplies of tea to be made from Sri Lanka to Iran, and that doesn't entail anything. Iranian does not have to find dollars, nor Sri Lankan exporters have to go around dollars. It's all done in rupees. So that will actually really boost up our sales to Iran or regain that market once again.
We still continue to pay the highest wage in all the wages boards. India, even today in Assam, is 250 rupees. This is the reality. They have to plug 34 kilos for the base wage. The narrative that is out there is not fact. The untruths, the bias, the misreporting has elevated itself by its own to a plinth that we want to bring it down and to show reality and the truth.
The government is in an effort of changing the labor laws. Then how does it affect on the plantation sector?
It goes both ways. It's to protect the labor as well as the plantation sector. So we can't have one side and let the other side be let down. The labor laws will be affected because these are all draconian laws that we have in our country. So we need to change with the times. So it will be all for everybody's benefit, not only for the labor.